Hello and welcome to another map making video. Today we are doing a troll den. So let's get started with that. We're going to go ahead and do another battle map. We're going to do custom 25 by 25. I usually do this just because it's easier to map onto other projects, and the default is what I run on Roll20 is 25 by 25 if you didn't know. At least in my experience it still is. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we're gonna go ahead and set our grid, and then we'll go ahead and grab some, let's do some like dark grasslands, some kind of different from what we usually do when it comes to grass. We usually keep the grass that it gives us, but we're gonna do some darker grass. And I think we'll put the troll den back up here in the corner, and we'll make it like this green, dark, black dirt over here. And then we'll start off with putting some trees down. This obviously is a troll den out in the middle of wherever you want to put the troll den, honestly. But we're gonna start with putting some trees down. We'll put some different trees. Usually we put the default trees or the evergreen trees, but we'll put these weird kind of branching trees out. They're kind of long in different sections. And again, we're always placing them in the middle because again, I usually use dynamic lighting, so I use a circle to represent the tree trunk so that they can't really see past it. That way they can use it for cover or to hide if they need to. And then we'll just we'll kind of dot these kind of close together. I wanted like a very thick forest, so we're placing them 2 to 3 blocks away, and we'll get that situated. We want some on the outskirts, and then of course we will grab some stumps. Anywhere and everywhere you go in the forest, there's always stumps here, there. Wherever you go, there's always going to be stumps. Trees fall in the forest all the time, and nobody knows. Most of the time they don't know. So we'll go ahead and get some dark bushes. We're gonna darken them up a little bit, and they're pretty big bushes, so we'll keep them to a 2x2 area. So these won't restrict movement. If you want them to, they can, but for my players, I would just have them push through. If you want them to be like heavily difficult terrain, you can if you want to make the battle just that much more difficult for them. We'll go ahead and grab a fallen tree. Why not? And of course the tree doesn't look like it's part of these trees around it, so what you want to do is you want to take the saturation and kind of like toy with it to where it looks very similar. And of course you want the trunk to kind of look the same as well. So then we're gonna go ahead, and I looked at these roots and I was like, they kind of look pretty good. And then of course I was like, nope, they don't make sense in this type of environment. So I went with the good old trusty twigs and stones on the ground. So we threw a bunch of twigs and stones, and of course some leaves. Really hard to see, but as soon as you zoom in, you can definitely see the little details there. So we'll go around there. We'll start with our walls. So with the walls, I wanted to do something organic, because obviously it's not going to be made of stone. It's probably going to be made of lashed vines or dead things like tree trunks or something. But they didn't really have anything I liked. Just looking at it, I kind of looked at the ancient stone, like overgrown stone, and I was like, all right, maybe I could do that. But then I found these grasping vines or these jungle vines, and I kind of went with something similar to that. We went with the jungle vine one, and we'll go ahead and put these. Love the snap to grid function, very well done. And we'll make them bigger so that it looks like they're just lashed logs essentially. And then of course we got to change the layers essentially, and we'll go ahead and start putting logs down. It's because, again, like I said, it's lashed together logs, so let's put some logs down. Now these logs did not want to cooperate with me at all. They were on the wrong layer, and they were jumping around because their settings is if you see a little die next to there, if you see that little die, they randomly put themselves in a orientation. So they just sorry, I had something playing, but these logs, yeah, definitely gave me an issue. So we had to fix pretty much every single log, and then I had to select the logs for the inside, and finally realized what I was doing and fixed them accordingly. And of course you just add a bunch, and then you can change them later. And then we just kind of layered them kind of like a hut would be layered, like where they just threw them down, or the troll or ogre or whatever you want to put in here. We just threw them down. And then we wanted to make a little bedding area for where the troll slept at night. And we put a bunch of hay, and we're gonna make it kind of gross looking, kind of give it a green tint and darken it a bit. And then we'll put that there, and we'll make this a different tint, essentially, giving it some contrast. And then we will grab some bones, because what's a troll den without bones scattered around? And I think we did a couple past adventurers, so there's a little bone pile here. And then we went with a couple corpses. We went with a guard and what looks like a commoner, if you will. And it's not too bad. We then went ahead and kind of touched up the entrance to this place, as obviously blocks wouldn't be blocky. We added some treasure or some loot from the kills that it got, and what we did was we looked for coins, gold coins, it looks like, to kind of dot the area. And then what you can do with these coins is you can change them as well. So you can change them to like copper coins with the hue, and then you can turn the saturation down and they become silver coins. Very useful. So we will go ahead and gather those up, and then we'll gather some more just simple adventuring gear and so on. We'll go ahead and get some grappling hooks and some broken tools, why not? And there we go. We'll go ahead and grab some barrels, sure, why not? And some crates. There we go. And we'll resize that arm, just put it over there. And then maybe some broken bottles, some broken glass. And there we go. Other than that, we kind of dotted it with some rocks, and that's a finished product right there. A battle ready map for a troll and the party. I want to thank you all for stopping by for this tutorial or step-by-step guide, however you want to call it. And again, all these maps that I make for this channel and previous games that I've had are on my Patreon, and they are all just $1 for you all. You can go ahead and basically pledge $1 and then take everything and then and then that's all you really need to spend. You don't, if you wish, you can continue. Then you get the newer maps that are coming out as well. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.